Sabi niya, yeah, would you be okay to be here in Aberdeenshire? Kahit hindi ko alam kung saan yung Aberdeenshire, sabi ko, yes, of course, anywhere in the UK. It has always been my dream to be in the UK. Na-shock ako kasi, hi, you okay? How are you? Walang ganon, how you doing? Ganon. Hello, hi, I'm okay. Have you heard Scottish? Hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Don't ever feel entitled, please. God has plans for you. Magiging smooth yung road mo. Gawin mo lang yung best mo, and literally, God will do the rest.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to continue with our OFW Diary series, where we are going to talk to one of our nursing colleagues who's working in the United Kingdom, specifically in Scotland, and she is going to share her personal journey, paano siya napunta Scotland, her struggles going to Scotland, how she finds working and living in Scotland as a Filipino nurse. If you are new to this channel, my name is Boyd Ventura. I am a registered nurse working in Ireland, and I share my personal journey as a nurse and as a Filipino living in the Republic of Ireland. And I also share videos like this, made a series which is the OFW Diary series, where we speak to, or I speak to, our nursing colleagues all around the world and share their own journey. Miss Lee Jane Bagaloyos ang ating guest for today. She is working in Scotland, UK. And can you introduce yourself, Lee Jane? Konting background lang regarding where you're from sa Philippines, and then saan ka nanggaling nursing-wise, and paano ka nakapunta sa Scotland?
Hi everyone, so I am Lee Jane. I've been practicing as a nurse since 2011. I actually graduated 2009, but then 2011 hospital, 7 years in the Philippines, and then I moved in Singapore in 2017, almost 4 years there in a massive nursing home. Then 2021 pandemic happened. That pushed me to really move somewhere that I can be with my daughter now, with my family. And UK ticked all the boxes. So I'm here na in UK since 2021, and it's my 3rd year na in a care home again.
We worked together for a short while in Subic in Olongapo City, in a hospital there. Kami nagbukas ng isang hospital doon. Di ba tayo? Literal na kami nagbukas. So, I've known Lee Jane from there. And then, eto, na-found out lang na kunan na sa UK na nga siya. First of all, Lee Jane, ano yung mga struggle mo na pinagdaanan sa pag-apply sa UK na hindi mo makakalimutan?
One of the struggles will always be yung mga exams.
Mm-mm.
Kasi kailangan mo dito ng English test, and then also of course yung tinatawag nila na OSCE na may theory and then may practical. Yun lang, yung exam lang actually. Kasi for me, basta naman nagko-comply kasi record, hindi ka naman mahihirapan kung one at a time ang ginagawa eh. So yung English test lang ako nahirapan kasi I had to take it twice. Actually, first one was in 2019.
Ano ba to? IELTS or OET?
OET. Nung una kasi nag-self-review ako. Okay, actually yung self-review. Kaso nga, nung writing, alam mo na, first time nag-scratch paper pa ako, di naubos yung time ko, pero ang ganda na sana lahat. Kaya nung next time na, sabi ko, hindi, ayoko na mag-risk, magre-review center na ako. So, nag-9ers na ako this time online.
Pero can we talk about, kasi I've never learned about bakit ka nagpunta na Singapore and how's the life in Singapore?
So, from Philippines, initially talaga ang plan ko Canada. Nung nag-apply ako for Canada, yun yung express entry route nila at the time. In 2015 ata ako nag-start noon. 2015. So, tapos, nag-attend lang ako ng orientation. Dahil nga ako nga kasi si tipong, ito yung requirements, tick. Na-comply ko lahat, even yung IELTS, napasa ko na agad. So, literally, all my requirements are in there. Andun na yung name ko sa job bank. Ang bilis, wala pang 1 year. Andun na yung name ko sa job bank nila. Kaso, ang tagal nila akong kontakin. Sobrang tagal. And, being a single mom, syempre, di ba, parang, ano ba naman to? Gusto ko na makaalis. So, no, 2017, January, sabi ko, mag-New Year na. By 2017, mag-open na ako ng doors for other countries. Ako kasi, kung pag gusto ko, ito gusto ko. Hindi ako pupunta elsewhere. Ayoko ma-distract. Ito lang dapat yung gugustuhin mo. Ito yung pag-try mo. Eh, 2017, wala pa. Tapos sabi ng papa ko, try mo mag-explore. What if yun talaga yung para sa'yo? Hindi ka talaga para dun sa isa. Sabi ko, nga no, parang love life din, charot. Send ako ng resume sa work abroad. Yung mga similar types of websites, work abroad, something. Basta yun yung nare-recall ko. Before January 2017 pa yun na. Parang December ko siya ginawa. Kasi gusto ko ng new lease on life, or new lease on work ng pagdating ng January. Sakto, January nga, nag-appear lahat yung mga nag-prompt talaga sa email ko, lahat ng mga openings. Different countries, different Asian countries talaga. Of all the days, would you believe submit ako agad ng requirements online. Then there is a day na kailangan mo mag-appear sa office nila. So of all the days naman, ang off ko talaga weekend day. Hindi ko alam, hindi ko naman na-request, naka-off ako ng weekday. And guess what? That was the only day na last day na pwede ako makapunta ng office nila. Parang feeling ko yung universe nag-work together for me na ma-process na talaga siya. So initially, they said na actually yung hospital capacity, yung bed capacity, hindi pasok. But then with your years of experience, kaya ka namin kinukuha. And then they said, within 6 months, aalis ka na. So true enough, September, I filed for resignation. October, flying na ako to Singapore.
Ano yung mga nagustuhan mo working as a nurse in Singapore? And ano yung mga hindi mo masyadong nagustuhan that led you to transfer or move to UK?
So sa Singapore, di nursing home siya, di ba? Actually, na-amaze ako because it is a 600 bed capacity nursing home.
Grabe mo.
Yes, ang building is 12 floors and it's very advanced. As in, hindi mo siya may isip na, alam mo yung naiisip mo na nursing home sa Pilipinas, parang Hospicio de San Jose ata yun. Na-shock ako kasi pagkarating mo doon, you should stay first in the staff quarters for a year or until it's return na makalabas to live outside. Ganun sila ka-strict.
Okay.
From the beginning, dito ka dapat titira, dito ka magsa-stay until we allow you to go out. Like, say, andyan na yung family mo, ganyan, whatever. So, I stayed there sa staff quarters for, I think, mga 8 months before ako nakalabas. No, 11 months before ako nakalabas. So, first off yun. Yung staff quarters namin is in the building mismo ng nursing home. Similar siya sa ginagawa sa hospital. Except, wala silang IV lines. And what else? Walang regular, may rounds ng doctor twice a day. Pero unlike sa hospital na different services, different specialties, mag-rounds, no. Siyempre ito, the nursing home, you have to make a referral outside and then a-attend sila sa hospital for their appointments. Pero ang pinaka nakaka-shock sa akin is parang, para pala siya ring hospital na, na wala lang IV. Nakaka-shock syempre, language. Ano ba alam ko sa hockey? English, but then, kasi tuturuan ka naman, eventually naman actually nga nag-Hokkien course pa ako. Hindi siya required.
Okay, ito naman, what led you to, nasaang point in your life that led you to decide na mag-move na sa United Kingdom?
Okay. So, nung nag-din nga ako sa Singapore, I was thinking, diba, okay, nandito na ako. Antayin ko na lang si Canada from here. Yun naman yung thought ko.
Canada, okay.
Oo, sabi ko, why not? What if, diba, mag-show up pa rin, mag-knock pa rin siya ulit sa door ko? Why not? I'm enjoying Singapore naman all along Kasi for me I only work in Singapore, I only work 7 to 3 p.m. 6 days a week. But you believe in that 7 to 3 shift, 1 hour doon, paid break ko pa. Win-win, hindi ka talaga super pagod. Dahil staff nurse ako, I work in parang back in Singapore mo na to. 41 residents, but I have 6 care assistants on the floor. Tapos ako, staff nurse, para my priority is leading the team, medication, assessments. Ganun yun sa akin, yung mga care plans sila sa computer and all that. Or yun yung sa akin, pero yung physical work, more on sa care assistants kasi. Siyempre, parang pagka-uwi mo, ang dami mo pang nagagawa and Singapore is really safe. So kahit parang gabi na makakapag-bike ka, midnight, nagyayayaan kami ng partner ko, bike tayo, kain tayo. Salary was really good, I'd say. Umaabot ako, kasi 2 years pa lang ako, na-promote na kasi ako So from being staff 2, naging staff 1 na ako agad. Salary mo doon is based on your performance. So they would base on your performance. So parang hala, ang sa'yo naman ito, talagang mapupush ka na, galingan mo pa, sige magbida-bida ka dito. Ang end goal ko kasi lagi is, I wanna be in a country na kasama ko yung daughter ko. Yun talaga ever since ang goal ko. So, ayun, what pushed me was really pandemic. When pandemic happened, masaya siya nung una, na-enjoy mo yung pagkain, yung menu, pili ka sa menu, maganda yung room mo, comfortable yung bed mo. Pero syempre, diba, at the end of the day, 4 corners lang yun eh. Para ka nasa box. Tapos from being able to go home na every 2 to 3 months, ngayon, bawal ka mag-annual leave. And if ever you break the rule, sobrang strict na Singapore dito ha, automatic, visa cancel, go home. Hindi sila nag-hesitate mag-cancel. Ang bilis talaga nung nangyari. Para sa akin, yung nangyari sa akin na process ko for Singapore is happening again for the second time around. So I'm thinking, I'm in the right path again.
For Scotland.
Oo, Scotland.
Kasi parang Scotland is not really a popular choice for nurses. Why did you choose Scotland over parang among all the other options like London?
First off, wala akong ibang option. Nag-join kasi ako ng UK groups even before pa ako mag-exam. Parang to have an insight on what's the life like in UK. Yung research mo na din, diba? Tas reading their questions. Silent member kasi ako eh. For everyone na hindi po nakakaalam, UK has 4 countries inside it. Parang yung UAE. So there's England, which has London in it, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. So there's 4 countries na hindi ko po alam nung time na nag-a-apply ako. Dahil ang naiisip ko lang naman ay UK in general. I just wanna be in UK. I don't care where, basta UK. So, dahil doon sa isa sa groups, may nag-post. Sabi, anyone na mayroon ng OET results and nag-start na ng NMC application. So, NMC application is Nursing and Midwifery Council. Nag-PM ako dun sa guy. And guess what? Nag-reply siya agad sa akin. Sabi niya, okay, may pina-answer lang siya sa aking questions. Answer naman ako. Sabi niya, ifo-forward ko to sa HR ng company. If ever, they'll phone you back. Wala pang 1 week. May tumawag na sa akin. Nag-introduce siya from this company. We're based in Scotland. We have 26 nursing homes all over Scotland. And you were forwarded to us. Tapos pagka-submit ko, ang bilis sila mag-reply nung nasa other side ng mundo ha. Thinking at that time, we have 8 hours difference. Sabi niya sa akin, okay, I got your requirements right away. Sabi niya gano'n, I'll book you for the interview tomorrow. Would you be free na ganitong time? Ayun, so pagka-interview, doon ko lang nalaman na, ayun nga, Scotland, during the interview, okay na lahat. In the end, sabi nila sa akin, sabi niya, yeah, would you be okay to be here in Aberdeenshire? Kahit hindi ko alam kung saan yung Aberdeenshire, sabi ko, yes, of course, anywhere in the UK. It has always been my dream to be in the UK. Hindi ko alam, nasa kadulo-dulo pala ang Aberdeenshire. Sa akin kasi, for me if this is the universe path for me to go there, I can easily apply anywhere. Hindi ko naman, di ba, magustuhan. Nag-open na yung gate pipili ka pa ba ng tatapakan mo? Go! Within the next day, I got my offer letter.
I think question, how do you know that you're in the right path?
God has plans for you. Magiging smooth yung road mo. Gawin mo lang yung best mo, and literally, God will do the rest. So, I'm on the right path. Kasi first off, ano bang number 1 goal ko? To live in a country wherein I can be with my daughter na. Secondly, at this point in time, meron na akong partner, and we have the same sex, and the UK is an open country for that, a very much accepting country. Yun ang ginawa namin. Pati rin siya at that time, nag-exams na din siya, ganun. Nauna lang talaga ako makaalis.
How did you find Scotland initially?
So, i-share ko lang yung journey ko, My flight from Singapore to UK, to Scotland, add mo na, was around 15 hours. 15 to 17 hours siya. So, that's 2 plane rides. Ay, nakakaloka. First time ko mag-travel internationally ng ganun kahaba yung flight. So, alam mo ba yung feeling ko na hala, this is actually a big leap sa career ko, and then I am by myself sa airport. Okay. So, dahil sa Heathrow ako lumabas, dadaan ako na immigration, i-claim ko pa yung luggages ko, pupunta pa ako, and guess what? I had to do all of these things in an hour. Ako naman kasi, ito nga, di ba yung kasyungan ko, dapat talaga guys, pag may questions kayo sa utak nyo, huwag kayo mag-hesitate magtanong agad. Nagtsaga-tsaga pa ako maghintay for 30 minutes, so 1 hour na lang natitira. Yung parang usherette nila na girl, so excuse me, my flight is leaving in 6 and it's almost 5 o'clock. And I'm going for Scotland. Sabi niya, oh my God, bakit ngayon mo lang sinabi in Tagalog? Ba't ngayon mo lang sinabi? Ay, nilabas niya ako sa pila. Prioritize niya ako. Sabi niya, I'm so sorry. She has to go first. Her flight is at 6. So, alam mo yung sabi lang sa akin na immigration, oh, is it your first time here? Sabi ko, yes. What are you going to do? I'll be working as a nurse. Okay, welcome to UK. Tapos, tak, alis. Yun lang. Welcome to UK. Sabi pa nga niya, good luck. Tapos, alis na. Na-shock ako kasi, hi, you okay? How are you? Parang ganun. How you doing? Ganun. Ay, hello, hi, I'm okay. Noong una, parang gusto ko pa sumagot na mahaba eh. Pero ngayon, ay, hindi. Ano lang talaga, base lang talaga. Tapos, accidentally mapa-eye contact ka sa kanila, they'll smile at you. Yun yung napansin ko talaga. Tapos pagkadating ko ng airport, ng Aberdeen Airport na, may in-arrange na taxi for me yung manager ko, magiging manager ko. Tapos yun na, inuwi niya ako din sa home ko. It is a very beautiful 2-bedroom terrace house and furnished siya with groceries. And then yung manager ko actually waiting for me. It was already 9 p.m. at that time. Pero ang liwanag pa. Pero first time ko ever, Emma, to live by myself, ever. Talaga mag-isa ako. Tapos, nung umuwi na yung manager ko, sa isip ko, now what? Pero ayun nga. So, ako lang talaga yung Pinoy. Have you heard Scottish? Hindi ko talaga maintindihan. Pero know what now? I understand every single word they say.
Ano ang key para ma-overcome mo yung struggle na parang hindi mo maintindihan yung accent? Ano yung maipapaya mo?
For me, yung willingness to learn, number 1. Yung willingness to communicate. Kasi communication is always two-way eh. For us, never always think. For new nurses this applies to all countries. Kasi I've experienced this in Singapore eh. Never always think na, kailangan nila akong turuan kasi bago ako eh. Don't ever feel entitled, please. Do your own part. You should always be willing to learn. You should always be willing to know them as well, not them just knowing you. Introduce yourself, ask them, know them, like really know them. So every single day that I hear a new word, nadadagdag siya sa dictionary ko. And then, tinatanong ko yung workmates ko, like, right, talk to me, tell me few Scottish words and I'll try to say what they mean. Ganon. So, isa rin yung naging rapport namin na, oh, you're learning, ganyan. Parang, yung din sila natuwa na parang nakita nila na, nagtatry ako. I am really trying to really also understand them.
Pero iba ba yung Scottish na parang words or it's just the way they say it, how they pronounce it?
Sa area ko kasi, I'm in the northeast, so meron silang dialect. They call it Doric. Like, I would say to you, fit like. Do you understand me? Fit like.
Are you fit?
Means, how are you? Far you bide.
Ano daw?
So, far means where. Far means where. Yeah is you. Or far ye bide. Bide is live. So, where do you live? Hindi siya English. Doric siya. Dialect sila ng Scottish.
What is the work atmosphere and workload dyan sa nursing home sa UK, sa Scotland?
Work atmosphere, di ba? Ako nga lang, di ba, yung Filipino. There was a time na na-shock ako na apparently, yung sinabi pala nung isa, hurtful na para dun sa isa. For me, being a Filipino, ang bait pa nga ng pagkakasabi. Masakit yun. Doon ako nagulat. And actually, me being straightforward at times, I actually sound offensive na pala to them. Kasi I didn't know. Oo, kasi straightforward ka, di ba? Parang hindi naman ako sumisigaw or what. Pero there are certain approach pala na sensitive sila kasi they're too nice. They are too nice. And you know what? What I like in here, yung work atmosphere, if someone's talking to you, you really stop and talk to them.
O hindi mag-cellphone ka ganyan?
No. Ang sarap lang ng feeling na talagang they pay attention to you. Like literally wala silang ibang ginagawa. As in, they'll stop in the hallway and they'll talk to you. Like just focused on you. Ganun siya. Atmosphere, wala akong nafe-feel na, syempre, work is work. Pag pagod yung tao, human nature naman yun eh. It applies anywhere eh. Pero hindi ko pa na-feel ever yung, alam mo yung ginagawa natin, sorry yung mga ginagawa ng mga kababayan sa kapwa-kababayan na naririnig kong stories, thankfully, hindi ko siya naranasan. Kasi first off nga, wala man akong kababayan na kung meron man, magkakaiba kami ng shift. Kasi dalawa lang kami. hindi pa kami magkasama sa shift. So hindi ko naranasan yung ganun. Work atmosphere is fine. Workload, I work in a care home, in a 53-bed home,
Mm-mm.
and ako lang yung nurse. So it's really difficult. Kasi
Okay.
ikaw lahat, you are thinking about the clinical side of things, you are thinking about leading the team, everything emergency, ikaw yan. Pero, 4 wings kasi yun eh. 4 wings ng residents. Isang wing lang yung main responsibility ko for medications. But the rest na like wound dressings and all that, ako yun. So,
Oh.
my normal day is really busy. For 53 residents, meron kami 13 staff, including me, in the morning. For 53 residents to
Mm.
And then, in the afternoon would be 11 staff. Actually, dumating sa point na nahihirapan ako. Kasi parang lahat to, responsibility ko. Ang bigat. Pero dahil nga sa work-life balance, di ba, if you see me, I always go out, pag off ko, nature, tas I read books. Alam mo, yun nga, dun ko nabasa na parang hindi naman ibibigay sa'yo kung hindi ka capable. Secondly, kaya ka nga may handover na tinatawag eh. Once you hand over everything, sa kapalitan mo, let go. Wala ka na sa workplace eh. You just do what you can do on your time. Don't stress yourself. Diba? Bakit mo just only think of what you can control and what you cannot control. You can only control what you can do in your own time, on your own work time. What you cannot control, wala ka na sa work, bahala na sila doon. Average salary at that time was 37,000 pounds annually. But then, a year later, naging band 6 ako agad. Kasi nga nasa salary range. So, ang bilis niya tumaas. Iko-compare ko na lang yung range. As far as I know, private companies pay higher than NHS.
Okay,
They
yeah.
always do. But then kasi, of course, may cons, which is the benefits is kapag no work, no pay. Pwede ka, yun lang siya. And like in NHS, you phone in sick, you still get paid your whole month salary. And also, in here, if you get sick, it should reach a certain number of days for you to qualify for the statutory sick pay, which should be 7 days of sickness. So, kung hindi ka umabot ng ganung number of sickness, you won't get paid. Unpaid ka. What else? We also have pension, which is also good. And salary range ko right now, I'd say some people earn from in a care home 38,000 to 45,000 pounds per month. And that is only working 37.5 hours in a week.
I would assume na yung cost of living dyan sa Aberdeenshire is way below the cost of living, for example, sa London.
Yes. So in a nutshell, meron kasi kaming home budget in a month. Say 1,500 pounds. That's for everything na. That's to pay our rent, to pay our car, to pay our electricity, council tax, food, and may extra pa yun for travel. While you live in the city, the rent for a whole flat would be around 1,000 pounds. Plus,
Is it the reason why you decided to stay na lang dyan sa Aberdeenshire?
Yes, one of the reasons is yun nga, cost of living. Kasi in here, I'll be able to save. Plus, yung school ng daughter ko, it's actually just 10 minutes walk away. Plus, I feel that I am still being treated well sa workplace. Yun naman kasi yung main, yung main number one ko eh. I love my workplace. Number one ko, I think, would be the people in the area. Aberdeen in general. Kasi I've been to London. Grabe na shock ako. Nasanay kasi ako dito na when you see someone on the street, hiya, morning, I don't know, people ignore you. Parang hindi ka nila nakikita. Kasi nga, I think it's a city eh. Di ba? Siyempre, iba-iba ng races yun nandun. Pero dito, you get off the bus, thank you. Everyone says thank you to the driver. Yung kindness, yung politeness. I think that, and I feel safe in general. Siyempre, lahat ng area may crime. But I feel safe in general in here. Wala kaming medical insurance because medical is free in here.
Oh, yes, of course.
Even the medications, only Scotland doesn't, I think, compared to England they don't ask for payment for scripts. Our medicines are free here in Scotland. So one thing that you should do whenever you go here in the UK, register with a GP straight away. So when you get sick, you can go to them, seek medical attention, they'll give you medications, or if ever na hindi naman siya urgent na sakit, you can go to the pharmacy, and there's a prescriber in there, and they can prescribe you medication, antibiotics. You don't have to pay anything.
And how do you fight, or do you even parang deal with winter blues?
Thankfully, I have a very positive mindset. I always try to look for the best lesson in each and everything na nangyari. Tapos, lagi akong I believe, di ba nga sabi ko sa'yo, ang smooth ng way ko. So, I always trust na God will not bring you to a place na hindi siya best para sa'yo. You just do your part. Alam mo, yun yung number one na kailangan natin. Accountability. Accountability for your life, for your choices. If you always feel accountable for where you are, for why you did it at that time, you'll also feel accountable na I have to do something about this. Hindi ako ever nalungkot kasi nga, number one, technology, may kausap ka lagi. May mapapanood ka lagi sa Netflix and chill. Yun ang gawin mo.
Ano yung ma-advise mo sa mga people or nurses who are interested to go to the UK?
Research ahead why you want a certain place, and also research mo yung way of life in here kasi it's not for everyone. Lalo na kung ikaw yung tipong malungkutin na tao na kailangan lagi may kausap. People here are more independent. So you have to always also research in advance yung weather, of course. Kasi, of course, winter, hindi naman lahat ng tao lalabas. And also, make a list of your priorities. Why are you coming here? Is that to save for something? Is that to bring your family over? Always identify your whys. Make them definite. Kasi yun yung panghahawakan mo kapag shaky na yung ground mo eh. And also prioritize mo dun yung savings mo and insurance mo. Kasi you'll never know what's gonna happen to you. Kasi yun yung una kong pinurchase talaga. Life insurance, yung investments, yun talaga. Yun kasi yung whys ko eh. My investments, my savings, and being with family.
Very, very powerful. Powerful tips for everybody na nag-up na to think na mag-move abroad. Thank you very much. And now for our fast chat. Ano lang to? One word answer lang ah. So, I have 10 questions here. So, keep it simple.
Okay.
Keep it one-liner. How to handle pre-shift anxiety? One word.
Pray.
ICU or ED?
ED.
City or countryside?
Countryside.
Day shift or night shift?
Day shift.
Paano maiwasan ng burnout?
Travel.
Travel. What motivates you to go to work?
Bills.
US or Europe?
Euro.
Europe. Obviously, you're in Europe. What is success for you? One word.
What's that?
What is success for you?
Yes. Being at peace.
Mag-admit or magdi-discharge?
Mag-discharge.
Okay, last question. One thing you are grateful for?
Being alive. And experiencing everything right now. Being at peace and being alive.
Thank you very much, Miss Lee Jane Bagalares, ang ating nursing colleague sa Scotland.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the words of wisdom. Very much for being here and sharing all of your wisdom, your experience, your knowledge, and your positivity to all our colleagues. Kasi kailangan natin yan ng being the right mindset, the right perspective para mag-fight sa life. So, thank you for all your good heart.
Stay happy. Yun lang yun. Be happy.